Good afternoon, everybody that's watching.
You sound like you selling insurance.
Yeah. Hey, what's happening?
Breathe, baby. Come, listen. Breathe.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. You okay? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Well, no, we ain't gonna tell her what. Listen, what up, though?
What up, though?
You listening to Lavish and Coco. Lavish T Williams. Today, the T is for too much. That's what the T stand for. Too damn much.
Listen. First of all,
yes,
thank everybody for tuning in.
We thank
watching.
Y'all. We love y'all.
Lavish and Coco.
Yeah. You
see, we got her back. It's 2 weeks in a row. Woo, 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 woo. Make some noise on that.
We love that.
Yeah. So everybody, can you cut that down, please?
I was trying to help you, man.
Okay.
Ike, I'm trying to help you, Ike.
Goodness gracious.
I'm trying to help you.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Coco and Lavish. I got her back in here.
Has anybody ever been in a wilderness where it's like you?
Okay, let's go. Oh, he rolled his eyes. Did y'all see that?
Goodness gracious. Lord have mercy. Let's cut the camera on me. Hey, everybody.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did that. We got the Lavish and Coco and Lavish podcast going on.
Did you do that?
I did that. And this week, I'm going to let Coco tell you what we're going to be discussing.
No, we ain't going to tell them. They're going to listen.
They're going to listen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Share with them.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, so listen, y'all. First of all, thank you, Lavish, for allowing me to come back a second week. I feel like I owe you some kind of money. Oh, now you making noise. Wait a minute.
They can't hear it.
How y'all doing? It's a beautiful day, no matter where you are, what you're doing, and what's going on. If you watching us and checking us out, we need y'all to like, subscribe, and share us, because we trying to do something over here. We working it out. So I just want to jump right in, because lately we've been talking about a lot of stuff. Let's talk about Nia Long and her spiritual husband. And we're going to take Nia Long out the equation. Her spiritual husband, and I don't want to mispronounce the gentleman's name. He works in the front office of the Boston Celtics and all those things. And recently, he has come under scrutiny, fire, condemnation, and everything, because he had what was first said a consensual sexual relationship with one of his coworkers. And they said, no, my good brother, we got to sit you down. So in the process of that, everybody been going on, oh my goodness, especially men. Oh, if I was with Nia Long, I would never cheat on her with her fine ass. Oh my goodness, Love Jones. They done named all her damn movies. Right. Oh my goodness, Love Jones. I don't believe it or whatever. I want to say this. First of all, I am very empathetic to Nia Long's situation, because no one wants to be cheated on.
Correct.
I'm very empathetic to the wife of the alleged cheater as well, the female cheater, to her husband, because she married, right? But all of this, if you was with Nia Long, you wouldn't cheat. Let me just say this. The reason fellas and some women say that is because Nia Long is beautiful. You know her as this amazing, talented actress. Very poised, eloquent, and all those things. And you saying you wouldn't cheat on her. Some of the same men that say they wouldn't cheat on her, if Nia Long was in the room with you, she would probably walk out. You don't even wash your ass. So let's address that. The whole fact that we as a society, and this is my 2 cents, think that because a person is attractive, that they are less exempt from certain things, is what I call pretty privilege. Now listen, I'm not hating or any of those things, but we live in a very visual, very aesthetic society that says if you look a certain way, you guilty or innocent, or you shouldn't be treated that way because of the way you look. When everything was going on with Bill Cosby, people were like, that's Heathcliff Huxtable. That was a character that he played. We can't separate two. But in real life, it was still Bill Cosby. Same thing with R. Kelly. Oh, he makes such great love songs. Well, yes, but he too has a problem. So we need to understand that how you look has nothing to do with how people treat you. Mr. Lavish?
No, that's definitely right.
You done did it. You done seen a baddie and felt like, if I was with her, I would never cheat on her. How many times have you said that? Let's be honest.
You know what? I never said that.
You ain't never said that.
I never said that. I never said because she looks a certain way, because outside of the looks doesn't mean that she's gonna make me happy.
But we don't. Let's listen.
But I never said that. I
Okay.
never said.
You ain't never seen an attractive woman and been like, with the fellas. You ain't never said, dog.
No.
Never in your life.
No.
Okay.
I've never in my life said if I had her, I wouldn't do this.
Okay. Well, I remember I was at an event that you were at.
Okay.
And we was outside. You was walking me to my car. And we was at an event, and Lavish was walking me to my car, right? And this young lady walked by, very attractive young lady walked by. And she was walking towards us. And, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to club this whole, is she trying to rob us? I don't know what he was finna do, but she was attractive. So his attention in walking me to the car, making sure Auntie got to the car, shifted when this sister walked up because she was an attractive woman. I'm a dime, but she was a newer dime, okay? I'm a find a dime in the washing machine and it done got rust on it, looked like a penny. I'm that dime. She was a newer dime. She was the new dime. So she walking towards us and I'm like, wait a minute. She walk up and he said, hey, this is just what he did. And I know he gonna remember it. Watch the look on his face. He was like, hey, you good? And I guess I had my foot on my running board trying to get in my car and my hand on the door handle. When she walked up, she walked right up to him. And I always speak, hey, how you doing? She's like, And she walked up to him. He's like, hey, Coco, you good, right? And walked off with her. I don't know if she had the bag, if she was the bag or whatever. But he left me walking to the car. Did I say it was night? It was night. With my foot on the running board and ran off with her. You remember that?
I remember that day.
No, you remember the incident.
I remember that day.
Oh, gosh.
I remember that day.
Do you remember the incident?
Not the way it was explained.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
how did it happen?
From my
Did
recollection,
you make sure I was secure in the vehicle for
I
you?
made sure she was secure in the
Lies,
vehicle,
lies.
door shut.
No.
In the Suburban.
No.
In the Suburban, the blue Suburban, inside the vehicle. As we was already parking lot pimping, because I'm on the door. Yeah, Coco. So, came out here, had to, put on the clothes.
I don't
jazzy
remember
and
me
stuff.
being in the vehicle yet.
I remember that, sitting there with the window down, Coco. Yeah, that part. So, I vaguely remember the female coming out.
Really?
Because it was a lot of them.
Oh!
It was a lot of them. See, listen, I came to the event. One, by myself, because I'm always solo dolo.
He was by himself.
I'm by myself. I shift, I move, I speak to everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I know people. Me being a gentleman.
Yes, okay. Mm-hmm.
I like to make sure that the ladies are safe, secure to their car.
Mm-hmm. You did that.
So that's that.
I don't know what. I had my foot on the running board, and the door was open, and I had my left hand on the handle, swinging my butt in. And Sister Soldier walked by, and I spoke, and he was like, hey, Auntie, listen, dig. I'll be right back. I ain't seen him back at that same spot yet, but I'm here, and we're going to leave it alone.
Yeah, because
But do you think people that are attractive, not just women, men that are what society says is attractive, do you think they get treated different sometimes? And we're going to come back to Nia Long and Aduko Soko, what his name is.
I do think certain women get it treated different based off of their looks, their body, their frame. All of that stuff plays a part. I do think it is a big treatment difference. You have some guys that feel like, man, I don't know her, but I spend a bag on her.
Spend a bag on her.
I spend a bag on her.
I've heard that. I've heard that. I'm like, you don't even know her.
Don't know her, but man, I'm just looking at how old girl look. Man, God, dog, I spend a bag on her, man. And that's what they say based off of
How she
looks.
look.
No conversation.
Absolutely.
don't know anything about this woman.
Absolutely.
But in their mind, man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do think that
And
certain
women do
people,
the same thing.
I ain't had it happen. to
No,
me.
women be like, he could get it. Well, let me tell you how deep it is with women. I'm serious. Women could be hanging out with their girls. Ladies, I need y'all to like this, share it, and all of that. We got folks listening.
Yeah.
So a woman could be out and a nice looking guy walk in, right? In 10 seconds, we need to decide if he could get it or not.
Okay.
10, and ladies, I need y'all to tap in if you're feeling what I'm saying. Within 10 seconds, we didn't decided what he could get, what he could do. So we look at him, we look at another woman, and look back at him. We have decided where we want to go if we get close enough. If he can get it, if we want to talk to him, how he dressed, if he doing too much. You know, it's DTM, you doing too much. It's just like you doing way too much. And women say, girl, he could get it. Ooh. And then we'll see a ring, and for me, it's like, nah. Or he'll say something real ignorant and loud. I'll be like, he went from 100 to 40 real fast. But people that are attractive do get treated differently. I think we so upset with this man cheating because he, number one, is Nia Long's partner. And then number two, we mad as people of color because he's suspended for a year. Now, let's call a thing a thing. When you work for a corporation like the NBA, you sign a contract. And within that contract, it states that you cannot fraternize in any way with your coworkers.
Okay.
That is a direct
Violation.
Oh yes, direct conflict of interest, and they were so messy that it's just every day is something different coming out. So the latest story is, y'all, I need y'all to like us, post us, share us, and all of that. This is the latest one, Lavish. Check this out.
All right.
Her husband busted her too with the Ring doorbell.
With the Ring doorbell.
Ring-
Okay, how that happen?
So listen, she get the call, right?
All right.
Okay. You in the house with your wife, your little shoe whoop call. You run on the porch to have a conversation, right? Because you grab your phone, you run outside. Oh, girl, run outside.
All right.
The Ring doorbell does a couple things. Record video, right? And it records audio. So she on the phone with the man she cheating with, and her husband captured all the audio of the conversation.
Oh man, and then, man, he wasn't ready
audio.
for that.
And I could imagine.
How he felt?
Yes, but he already suspected.
Had some type of suspicion. Yeah,
You think so?
yeah. You definitely.
Excuse me.
You can sense certain things if you paying attention.
Let's talk about
You can
this.
sense certain things if you paying attention.
So
man.
wait. So hold on. So her husband now has the audio of her conversation with him. So now every day it's a different level coming out. So you cheated. As people say, you cheated on Nia Long. Of all the people that you could cheat on Nia Long. I think if you cheat, it don't matter how your partner look. Cheating does. When you cheat, I don't care how your partner look. If you've committed to this person, how they look don't have nothing to do with your level of commitment.
Correct.
So you saying a woman that's not attractive as Nia Long deserve to be cheated on? I think that's what I'm picking up. Anyway, Aduka Muka, I ain't gonna mess the man's name up. I ain't trying to be disrespectful. He cheated on his partner. This woman he cheated with cheated on her husband. Her husband got audio footage from the Ring camera. Whole ass conversation.
Whole conversation.
Whole conversation.
I wonder what it was about.
Whoo, baby.
I wonder what it could have been about, man. I wonder was it something freaky.
But see, listen, how dumb are you that you even having a phone conversation? I done cheated before. Well, we didn't have cell phones. Well, yes, we did. Never mind. Later on.
So you're a cheater.
No, that we come back to that.
Okay. I'm just saying, okay.
Let valet park my car. We'll come back.
You honest, though, as long as you honest.
I'm honest
And we'll
today.
talk about cheating.
Yeah, so her husband got audio from the Ring camera. It's all out in public, and everybody upset because the league suspended him. Talking about it ain't fair and all of that. When you sign the contract and it says no fraternizing, that's what they mean. And the fact that he kept saying it was consensual, sir, I don't give a damn. You can't do it. And in most major companies, they have a clause, especially when you're making the kind of money that he making, that you ain't supposed to fraternize because it creates a stressful work environment, a conflict of interest, and all of those things. So everybody upset. So now everybody's saying, listen, ESPN and all that stuff show the same kind of energy that to Brett Favre that you showing to him. Sidebar, Brett Favre, as we all know, maybe we don't, help filter several $1 million to build a area for his daughter. I think she plays soccer, to build a soccer field or whatever. Mm-hmm. From one of the poorest states in the country, Mississippi. You squinting, what they saying?
I'm just reading. You got Eric Perry. He said, I read an official tweet from the Celtics that said him and Nia Long had already split up before this. He's not sure if that part is true or not.
I don't know, because she was just on the interview, and the way her face lit up when listen, it wasn't. You see, I'm wearing green today for the Celtics. It's the reason I got this green on. So I'm a little upset on two levels. So this is what I'm feeling. I'm kind of upset at the whole. You people think because it was Nia Long that, especially the guys, I wouldn't have cheated on her. Listen, guys, if you got a cheating spirit, you a cheater. And then I'm more angry with Brett Favre stealing this money from one of the poorest states in the country. Mississippi just had an issue. Parts of Mississippi just had an issue with they drinking water. They couldn't even drink the water, bathe in the water. It happened here a few years ago in Flint.
Correct.
If we still got issues now in the Macomb County area, they're trying to fix the water. Mississippi, if you look at their average median income, it is below the poverty level in parts of Mississippi. So Brett Favre, you have taken money from state agencies and all of that to build an athletic field for your daughter, and no one is saying anything. So are you more upset with pretty privilege or white privilege? What's more disturbing? That you able to get away and walk around and nobody bust you in your head about stealing all this money? Because you had to have a relationship to get your hands on state-funded money, county-funded money, and all that stuff like that. I'm just saying, pick a side. That's all I'm saying.
You know, the game is played different
When
with different people.
You could say
It's definitely a different game that's being played, you know, with the racists.
oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, it doesn't matter how you try to cover it, hide it, or say it. It's always a difference when it's black and white.
Oh, listen, being in media, I trust me, I know.
There's
And
definitely a difference.
The conversation be different. Hey, listen, you have star presence, but they have star power.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely a difference.
we want you to take. I'm like, what? So I hear it and I get it, but that does not make it right. Yes, the man cheated on Nia Long and all of those things, and I understand.
Now,
that.
what do you think about that relationship? You know, not to stop you, but
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
They've been together 12 years, engaged 7 years. How long should you even? I mean, how long should you even be engaged? 12 years we've been together. 7 years we've been engaged. I mean, is it just to say that we together?
Okay, listen. They said what they have is a spiritual union. A lot of people saying that now, we have a spiritual union. So I guess if her God and his God agree that what they're doing is okay, then it's fine. I'm going to ask you a question. If you had that type of relationship, how long would you, if you asked a woman to marry her, Oh, baby. Y'all hear me asking Lavish T. Williams this question. And the T today means talented. Okay, listen.
So I asked the lady to marry me.
Okay. Is this true or if you did?
If I did.
Okay.
Because that's what you wanted to ask me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to ask me how long would it take?
We need some church music, y'all. We need some church music.
If and when the day comes that I propose to a beautiful lady that I want to make my wife and spend the rest of my life with.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
It did, didn't it?
Ooh.
I'm going to say and I'm going to play this, I'm going to put this in perspective, the budget for my wedding, because if I get married, it's got to be big.
What if she don't want a lavish?
And if she don't want
she don't want a lavish wedding?
We're going to figure that out too.
Okay.
Because my big, truthfully, is not big like I need to invite the whole world.
But they going to show up.
Maybe.
Because it's you.
But I would like to have a big private wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
With security?
Not necessarily, but I believe for me, and I don't want to get off the subject of answering your question.
All this come together.
But for me, I believe that a marriage and a union is so sacred and it's so personal that I don't want just any and everybody's energy at my wedding.
Okay.
I really want like the close friends, family, people that I deal with that I got personal connections with.
That's gonna be hard
to be at my wedding.
You know that's gonna be hard, right?
Not really.
Lavish. Listen.
I don't want a public wedding because I don't want to have a wedding where it's just I'm spending a lot of money to impress everybody. I don't want that.
I get that part, but you have to understand the impact that certain people have on other people's life.
Okay.
Okay. You gotta take that into consideration. And then you do have to set boundaries and stipulations. So you have, and I think maybe
I can have a reception with everybody.
Okay.
I can have a reception.
I'm just listen. I ain't gonna throw my hat in or out. I just need to know some information.
Saying, I can have a reception at a party and we can celebrate.
Okay.
But the actual wedding, I wanted it to be with the most important people of my life.
Okay.
In her life. That's what I would personally like to have.
How long are you gonna stay engaged?
I personally would want to be engaged less than 2 years.
Oh, two. Okay, go ahead. That's too long, but go ahead.
I said less than 2 years because in my mind, by the time I propose to you, I'm already in the works of wanting to put a wedding together. However, I know that it's not just my wedding. It would be me and her wedding. Mm-hmm. So we will together have to come together with ideas and plans and I know dates and times and all that stuff plays a factor as well. And it just depends on, how extravagant we want to have this wedding.
Okay.
So I'm looking less than 2 years. I mean, because less than 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, less than 2 years. Less than 2 years. I'm not going to be sitting here saying I want to be engaged 5 years, something like that. Because by the time I felt like it's time for me to ask for your hand in marriage, I'm pretty much there.
Okay.
I'm ready. It's like let's go ahead and plan this thing so that it can be real memorable for both of us.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it. I feel the same way. If what is this? Today is October. Today is September the 27th, right? So if I had a boo thing, if I was in a relationship, side note, y'all, in 4 months from today, October, November, December, January 27th, I'll be 60 years old, and I'm planning my 60th birthday party, but I need sponsors. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but anyway, if I got engaged today, by no later than the next 6 months, I would want to be married, because I'm not gonna be a ever fiance, and all you doing is keep upgrading my ring.
Right.
I don't want to be that, and I've seen it from both sides. I've seen women that have given 15, 20 years as we engaged. No, you're not. No, listen, ma'am. Y'all been together since high school. You are now a retiree from General Motors. Y'all been together 37 years.
Y'all ain't married yet.
He don't want to get married, and I really ain't pressed to get married. Yes, you are, because you bring it up every time we meet up. You flinking your finger with a ring. I'm thinking you got chicken wing crumbs. You trying to show your ring off. I don't think I could do it. But now the thing is, we're spiritually married. A lot of people say if you and God agree on it, that's fine.
Now I believe in the traditional.
Yes.
Just traditional
yes, okay.
marriage. That's what I believe in.
Okay,
traditional.
okay.
The traditional way of things.
I do too. So yeah, let's go and get it done. But I'm saying, what you waiting on? And like you said, once it gets to the point where you done got down on one knee, or you done paid for an airplane to fly over the crib, or you done drove your Lavish your tow truck by the house with a banner, "Will you marry me?" on there.
All that.
After you done did all that, well, what's next?
Right. Let's go ahead and let's get it going. Let's get it on.
You know, your kids done figured out that they don't like me, but I make a nice macaroni and cheese, so they cool with me and all that. So what we waiting on? At my age, I can't spin my wheels like that. I'm not gonna spend you ain't gonna keep spinning my wheels like that. You get to park your car and come in my kitchen and eat my food. I hope y'all figure out what I'm saying. I get to eat my food and all of that. And then, we gonna do this. And I ain't gonna pressure you to do it. Go on about your business. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go on about your business.
Right.
So I know that's.
Yeah, no, I'm with it.
I'm kind of torn with that whole thing. And
12 years.
12 years is 12 years
together.
And they got
7 years. They do got a kid together.
They got 10 years. I think the son is 10 years old.
Okay.
But even with the son, at 10 years old, these aren't regular 10-year-old children. These are 10-year-old children that everybody know who his dad is. So even the backlash and the repercussions trickle down to the son. And children and adults are not nice. So, your mama knee along and your
daddy. Because it's all in the paper. So they got to go to school, wherever their friends are at.
Social media, all that stuff.
Yeah, so they get affected as well.
That's kind of messy. So I got another question. It's been a lot of stuff going on, and ain't nobody really saying nothing about some of the stuff that's going on. So you a father, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you got how many children? Oh, do you want to have this conversation? It ain't gonna go deep, but
I got some kids.
Okay. So when it comes to having your children around adults, there are adults that you would definitely have your children around, and adults that you be like, no, my children ain't gonna be around. So I want to talk about the Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears situation, because recently Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears did a scene, and it had some young children involved in the scene, and they did a skit, and it had some young children involved, and it was hints of sexual assault and incest and pedophilia and all that stuff like that. So after everything came out, and people saying the thing with Aries Spears, because it was after he made the comment, it seems after he made the comment about Lizzo, this story about him and Tiffany Haddish came out, that they did a skit and it was children involved, and it was, I watched it and it was a bit much.
Yeah, I agree. I was kind of disturbed by it.
I was too.
When I seen it. And I didn't see it right when everybody was talking about it.
Okay.
It was like a week or two afterwards.
Okay.
I'm like, I seen it when I seen her on, I think it was TMZ. And they were talking about she lost everything, all her whatever. So I'm like, well, let me go check this out. Let me go see what this skit is about. Because I didn't think that it was as horrible. But then again, I didn't know what to expect because I didn't see it. And when I looked, and I'm looking at just the caliber of people that they are, I'm looking at how sensitive that topic and that subject is, seeing how it affects different people every day. And there's a lot of individuals that lived through that as a child growing up that just now speaking about it. It's a lot of children out there that's going through this and their parents don't even have an idea and a clue. So it was like really a sensitive topic just in general to talk about. And then to see it, two comics make fun of that. Yeah. You know, I think they could have used that energy in a different way. I think they could have definitely used that energy to promote awareness versus being funny. And I think it was just tasteless. I think it was tasteless. I mean, I'm not a guy that gets it, into it like that.
Right.
But when I seen it, I didn't watch it all. I just went down YouTube, clicked on a couple different videos, and I just got the rundown. And I'm looking like, wow, it was really tasteless. It was really real tasteless. You would expect more from an individual of those calibers, those two individuals, the calibers. It was just
it was disturbing, and the for me, as a comedian, sometimes we do go on the edge. Sometimes some of the stuff we say, hey, listen, sidebar, y'all listening to Lavish and Coco, we need y'all to like this, share it, subscribe, and all of that stuff like that, because we on a mission.
We on a mission, and that's at Lavish T Williams.
Yes,
at Lavish T Williams.
Yeah, we on a mission. We trying to pull up in matching pickup trucks. we trying to we doing our thing. No, for real. I like this. So anyway, as a comedian, people think that we border on being kind of abrasive and tasteless and all those things like that. But I think as a comedian, we tap into the thoughts that most people may think and they will never say. But in that skit, I saw. When it started, I'm like, no, this is not going right. And I felt like you did. I felt this is a bit much. After Tiffany Haddish has shared her story about being in the foster care system and some of the stuff she experienced, and for this to come out. The other part is because they settled, they can't share how much they settled for and the parents and all that stuff like that. It's interesting that I expected a level of empathy from Tiffany Haddish. She did say she made a mistake. She's apologized. She said she lost everything. She lost, I'm sure, bookings and shows and gigs and all that stuff like that because of what you did. It's like when the whole campaign was going on against R. Kelly. Listen, we gonna show up. I have been a victim of some things in my life, and we gonna show up because we need a voice and a platform. So with Tiffany Haddish saying she's lost everything and all that stuff like that, I get it and I understand. But you gotta understand what you did. You gotta understand the level that you did it. Yeah. I just wrapped on a movie, less than probably 8 hours ago. And shout out to my folks that was involved in the movie. Thank you to everybody that was involved in the production and all that stuff. The movie will be out in a month or so, and it's called My Daddy's Side. I think that's the name of the movie. Anyway, there were children on set, right? And the one thing that was very, very necessary, the parents were right there.
Yeah.
It's a scene where it's a couple scenes where I'm in a scene with two young ladies. Guess what? The parents were right there.
No, I feel like it's important that the parents nowadays, they have to be right there.
Absolutely.
You can't even trust your kids with anybody. When I was growing up, I'm not going to say that our parents didn't care, because they did. Yeah. However, we were free to explore. We were free to go with other friends' parents in the neighborhood. If one of the parents was going to the parks, going to a store, going somewhere shopping, it was, can I go ride with them? And it was no problem. You didn't have to think about it. It was, they're going with Miss Smith, they're going with Miss Williams, they're going with Miss Johnson, and that's just that. Today, you can't do that with your kids. But you barely could do that with your relatives.
But do you think, so when we talk about trusting the people in our neighborhood, for me, as I look back, some of those people that our parents trusted us with, things came out later on.
Right.
And it wasn't always the neighbor. They had some very interesting children. So you might be with Miss So-and-so, you 7 or 8, you with them, but her 17-year-old son may be watching you, or the 17-year-old daughter watching y'all 7 or 8, and there were things that went on. So our parents trusted us because they trusted us, but sometimes in hindsight, you like, And And it might not necessarily have been sexual assault, but it was some stuff that sometimes the older kids did. I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, like I experienced stuff with older kids, being younger, non-sexual.
Right.
It was more the gangster side of stuff.
Oh, I'm sure. Listen,
and
finding cigarettes and all that stuff.
So being younger and having your peers having older brothers or cousins, and you might be hanging out with your peers, but their older brothers and cousins, I found them to be more interesting.
Yeah, well,
and it was like, man, I like going down. It's not that I really like coming over your house to hang out with you. I like hanging out with your brother, man.
Yes, watching him shave.
Yeah,
and
he
listen
cool.
to the music,
or sneaking. I used to sneak in the car, with they brothers and their cousins. Okay. Because at that time, I'm like 10, 11, 12, and then you had the teenagers, now they're driving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, our parents looked at the kids as still kids.
Yeah.
Don't get in the car with them.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere with them.
Yeah.
But, we kids, so what we'll do, we'll sneak in the car.
Of course.
Come on, can we ride?
Yeah.
Just ride us to the store. And at the time, they had the speakers in the back seat or in the trunk, Super Pro Blues. And it was like, the beat, it was like, oh, man, back in that, Coco, the era when they was driving with them shadows, with them fat tires and them trackers.
So the Suzuki sidekicks
and all that. The sidekicks, yeah.
So this is the funny part, because I'm about 12. I'm a few years older than you, right? When we got in the car,
you're a lot older than me, Coco. Yeah, not a few years.
I'm a few years. A lot
listen, older than me.
I can prove it to you. This age is wisdom. Stop. Listen, we need y'all to like it and share this and all that. It's Lavish and Coco. Lavish T. Williams. The T means timely. That's what it means. Every time I say the T, it's going to mean something different. But with me, the older folks I got in the car with, they had a old Smith & Wesson 6-shot revolver with a whole bunch of rubber bands around the handle.
I remember that too.
Or they had the reefer. Or if they was really, really gone, you would see the silver pack. You remember the silver, like if you bought gum and had the gum was wrapped in a little silver packet. So you thinking it's a piece of gum, but it's actually a blow of heroin or something. So you like, and you grabbed it like, there ain't no gum. Your greedy ass always thinks up some food. I didn't know it was heroin. Matter of fact, I didn't know I was in the dope man's car. Okay, so I'm like, well, wait a minute, he got a gun. And, I need to get out this car. I'm going to take y'all to the store, buy y'all some candy. Fat girl wanted some candy, but I'm like, no.
I was fascinated about that.
Yeah,
as a kid. I was a boy. I was fascinated. And this was about 85, 86.
I was grown.
I was a kid, though. Okay. But I lived on my block at the time. It was a lot of drug houses. Okay. It was the crack era. Right. And you had the guys that came up with the BMWs and the Benzes and stuff, and they had those revolvers on the side of the seat. And they'll jump out the car with the door wide open. And as a kid, I'll zoom in to the handle. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh, man. But I don't know the effect of the drug stuff. I don't know the drugs at the time. But I remember my grandparents, certain people come on the block, hey, get down here. Yeah. Get down here. Yeah. I remember watching a shootout on my block, on my bike, and my grandmother yelling from the porch, calling my name. And I'm just sitting on my bicycle like this.
In the middle of the shootout.
Yeah. I'm a kid.
I know you.
I don't know what's going on.
You think you watching a movie?
Yeah, and I didn't really understand all of that stuff until I got a lot older. Okay. They had cleaned up the block, but I didn't know at that time that that's what I was involved in. Yeah. Well, I wasn't personally involved in, but I was growing up.
You witnessed it
with the drug stuff and the shootings on the block. Yeah. And the shootings, I didn't hear a lot of them because it happened at night. I was asleep. I'm a kid. You sleep hard. You don't hear that stuff and the theft from the crackheads, but I liked my peers, bigger, older relatives and stuff. Yeah, Times are different now. Same thing happens. Your kids might like, the peers, older people, but you got to be careful with that.
It's so different. Like when you talk about, it's the difference in when you talk about the revolver. So you said 85. I had my daughter in 85. So I was grown. But I had a 6-shot revolver.
You had one?
I had one.
Oh Lord.
Well, listen, I used to dig back in the early 80s. I carried a 38 with a 6-inch barrel, right? Don't judge me. I had a 38 with a 6-inch barrel because that's what I liked. And it had some rubber band around the handle and some electrical tape.
What kind of company was you hanging around?
Oh, Bobby, baby, listen to me. I was always able. Here's the thing. This has always been my gift. Whatever group I was with, I could assimilate with that group.
Okay.
And because I dressed and carried myself younger, I carried myself older. So I wore my hair. I had hair, and it was done. And I used to have the little heels and the skirts and all of that with the glasses and all that. So people didn't know how old I was. I was a big girl. They didn't know. They 20, 25. I'm 17, 18. We walking up in the club, and the guy at the door looking like, but because I was dressed grown, had my little jewelries and such things on, it was never a problem.
Okay.
And I was doing the most. When I tell you, I just like being in that environment. Like, I remember I was dating a guy who was a pimp and he sold drugs. Okay, so listen.
So you were dating a pimp, huh?
And he sold drugs.
And he sold drugs.
And somebody told my mama.
Did he pimp you?
No.
Okay.
No. I knew about and here's the crazy part, I knew about the drugs, but I didn't find out about the pimp part until later. And somebody told my mama, and my mama like, you hanging out with so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, that's my friend. And he never tried to have sex with me. Never. Bought great gifts and all that stuff.
Hold on. This was your boyfriend?
We were dating.
Y'all were dating?
Yes.
Okay.
You could ask any questions that you like. And somebody told my mom, she said, so you hanging out with so-and-so, they say he sell drugs and he a pimp. I said, what? Because whenever I saw him, he was always so nice to women. Like, he was the first man that took me to this very exclusive steakhouse that was in downtown Detroit. Carl's Chop House.
Who?
Carl's Chop
Carl's,
House.
okay.
It was across from where Motor City Casino is now. He took me there.
Oh, I remember that. I remember
so
that place.
he took me there.
Never been there, but I remember it.
Our first official date, he asked me, what did I want for Christmas? And I said, I want to go out to dinner and blah, blah, blah. I said, what do you want? He said, I want a gold chain. I said, okay. So I had a couple $, and I went and bought him a nice little gold chain and a sweater. Bought him a real gold chain.
Coco, let me ask you this.
Oh, he finna ask
Because
me
I just want to know. I'm listening to you.
Uh-huh.
You riding around with a 6-shot revolver.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah, 6-shot revolver. Dude said, I want a gold chain. So you say, I go out and buy a gold chain. Coco, where were you working at? You wasn't working at McDonald's.
See, what had happened
No,
was,
I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah.
See,
Huh?
my father
Can't hear
worked
you.
for the government, and he had passed. And as long as you stayed in school, you got a check, right?
Did it come with the revolver?
Hold on. Then I had a job too. Then I knew some folks that was about that life. So I was, me and my buddy was called Heavy Game, and I was Miss World.
So you was
It's too much.
okay, because I'm just trying to add it all up when you tell me these stories.
It was Miss World and Heavy Game. I did a lot of stuff. I used to get parties back in the day. We used to get parties at Napoleon's Retreat over on the
but that
west
didn't
side.
pay for that guy's chain.
I had a couple $.
You had a couple. Okay.
I listen. It's funny. I could get money easier then than I can now.
Okay.
Because people like to be around me. People pay for your presence. You know that, right?
They ain't been paying for mine.
Well, listen. People like to be around me. I always came in.
Anybody like to be around Lavish?
Well, but you gotta want to be around them.
I want to be around them.
I was somewhere sometimes that I shouldn't have been. Like, I knew how to shoot dice, right?
Oh, now you a crap shooter.
And I did. I knew a little bit. And people used to like me to be around. They'd be like, oh, she cool, da-da-da. And I would be there when they were shooting dice or when they were shooting cards. And I knew I did used to play. I was the Tonk mistress. Tonk was my, I played cards. I hustled a little bit.
Okay, you hustled. Okay, so
but
you got the guy.
I was on the good side in the middle.
In the middle. Okay, so you got the guy gold chain.
I got him a gold chain. Nice gold chain. Got it from Zales. And
Zales.
I got her.
Okay. You ain't go to the local jewelry store.
I went to Zales. I had a count at Zales.
Okay.
And I telling too much. Had a count at Zales. I got him the gold chain, and he took me out to dinner. So he came and picked me up. He had a Riviera. I'll never forget it. He had a money green Riviera with the tan interior. Came, picked me up, knocked on my door, walked me down, opened the door on the passenger side. The whole passenger seat was covered with red long stem roses. We went to eat, and then we went to the club and we danced. And we ballroomed, and he's still around too. That's the funny part. Every now and then I run into him. We ballroom, we danced or whatever. We walked out the club about 2:00. He was like, "What you want to do now?" I said, "I don't know. I want to go to Canada." And he looked at me and said, "No, we can't go to Canada." And I'm like, I'm telling myself, I said, "Yo, dumb ass, I'm going to Canada. You got a whole pistol in your purse. You don't even know what he got." I had a whole pistol in my purse. And I was like, okay, well, okay. Took me home, walked me to the door, gave me a kiss on the cheek, and yeah. Then for a long time, I didn't see him. Then I ran into him again and ran into him. I know exactly where he is right now.
Man, maybe that could be your...
What?
That could be your one.
What?
That could be your one.
No.
No?
Great guy. But he not my great guy.
He ain't your great guy. Okay.
No.
You know how you bring those memories back and that connection.
Listen. And he was, listen, last time I saw him, he was doing really, 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 really good. And I like a man that got scars and stuff. So he got... I like a mofo that got a visible flaw. I don't know why.
So if you got a face scar...
Why you say that? Because he does.
That's what you like.
Listen, from here all the way down. Oh, I'm telling too much. But yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, somebody let him have it with a straight razor. It's a clean cut too.
I got a little scar.
No, lavish.
You got to look really close.
You got
a little scar.
Like T.I. When I first met T.I., he had that little scar above his lip. I was like, he is so handsome. I like a little
scar.
I used to really have a thing for men with a interest in past. Because I felt like those were the only men that could protect me in a relationship. Like, I liked regular cats. They was cool, but I wanted a man with a little, I don't know. But I've grown now. I've been through therapy, active therapy. So I'll take a nice...
Square.
Yeah. All that gangster stuff, you can't fly and go on planes and leave the country. So we still cool.
No, that's nowadays a lot of the females that used to like the gangsters, now they want the squares. The squares are the ones that's winning right now.
Well, I don't want to say I want a square. I want a man that can navigate himself through certain...
a versatile type of guy.
Yes, I want a guy that can wear a jogging suit and a hoodie, but can also wear a suit, and he don't wear his sweatpants like he wear his suit pants.
Well, Coco, the funny thing about it is,
yeah,
I just had on a jogging suit yesterday.
I know, but see, Lavish, let me tell you something.
I had on a gray jogging suit, and I don't know.
What, the gray sweatpants?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just wore it because it was gray.
Baby,
however,
I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm
just saying.
Y'all like it. Let me tell the people to make sure they like this and share this and all that stuff.
Like I had the gray jogging pants on. I didn't plan for it.
You don't know what the gray jogging pants mean?
No, but every time I looked, like people kept staring at me. I felt
women.
like something was wrong with me. Yeah, women kept staring at me. I don't know why they kept staring at me.
Okay, let me say
but
this. It's
I
the
felt
same
uncomfortable.
Reason
I felt uncomfortable.
Men stare at women when they have on stretch pants and yoga pants. Okay?
They was looking at my butt?
No, y'all be looking at the camel, the camel toe and the llama foot or whatever y'all call it. And yes. And gray sweatpants in this season, and I don't want to be disrespectful, and I don't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable, but when a woman have on stretch pants, y'all can look at the outline of her butt, and if she coming towards you, some men disrespectful when they look at her front, right? Well, women looking at the front too. So when we see a man with gray, black sweatpants don't show it. It's something about that gray sweatpants that show the hammer. They put me in the mix. That's what it show.
Cause listen, Coco, I'm walking around.
You should have called and asked me.
I didn't know.
I was on set.
Listen,
I couldn't answer.
People kept staring at me.
Women.
And I'm like, man, I'm
You really didn't know the area that they were staring? Let me get on the mic. You didn't know the area that they were staring in?
No. I'm just looking like, man, there's something wrong with me.
No? Well, if they were staring like that, you might be, hammer. They put me in the mix.
I
know. See me. And so, but let me say this, because me and my brother was talking about this. It made you feel uncomfortable, didn't it?
Yeah, because I didn't know what they were staring at.
Wait, hold on. It made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
right?
if I knew what they were staring at, then I probably would have had my chest out.
But it's the same thing as when women, we put on our clothes and we put it on with no intention of getting your attention. But when you all stare at us, it makes us feel the same way you felt yesterday with all the women staring at you.
But you know what? I don't look at women like that.
I know you don't. I didn't work out in the gym with you. I know you don't. But for all the men that be looking at women and then they get the...
But Coco, don't think that I haven't. I just do it a little different.
I know, but listen, you know this guy. You know this guy right here.
All right.
Are y'all looking? He be like this in the gym. And he be like, damn, dog.
Yeah, no, I'm not the creep. I'm not the creep. I don't get a creep look.
I know you don't.
I be like...
And women know, I mean...
glance over real quick and keep it moving.
I know, but listen, we as people, we know that people look at us. I see men look at me and women look at women, all that. But when you make a person feel uncomfortable, and I'm so glad... I'm not glad you had the experience, but I'm glad you able to empathize with how women feel when we have that experience. When we got our cleavage out and men just be looking like, damn, those some big ass titties. That's so rude. And
I have a problem sometimes with the cleavage.
But you don't, I've been around you enough to know that you don't make women feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't make them feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Sometimes I talk to the cleavage by accident.
How?
Because I'm supposed to be looking at you.
Right.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, so we're gonna go over here, work out on the elliptical. And then I have to, lift my head up sometimes.
See what I'm saying?
Just depends on how they look.
But I understand. But see, we go back to looks,
but
right?
we move different.
We know we go back to looks. Because
the look on how they are.
I know, but it's
sometimes
still
they can have them like if they like this and they sitting up and you can see a lot of the skin,
the line, and
the skin,
the breast.
Yes,
the skin.
And you look and you like, wow, man. Now if they like just sitting like this, you ain't really looking too much.
Okay.
But when they like pushing close, like that, Coco, you really looking like, man. God, dog, you see those breasts?
So I'm not going to even ask.
That's how I be looking.
I'm not going to even ask what does the different cleavages mean and what the thought is in your head.
Oh, Coco, I got all kinds of different cleavage thoughts.
So let's say this, and I want y'all to chime in. How many? We got some folks. Where the folks at?
Yeah, we got some folks. We got some folks watching.
Okay, so listen. Here's the story. When men look at a cleavage, I know the thought that y'all having. It's only a few things you looking at the cleavage and imagining that you could put there. Listen, come on now. I've been around men a lot.
I'm a little different. I think
it's
a little over the top.
But you try to put money in there like it's a jukebox?
No, I just be thinking about like the different size breasts.
Okay.
I visualize what they could be doing.
I see.
How they could flap.
Okay.
I think about how they could flap.
How they hang.
How they hang as well.
Like they mud flaps,
I think about how they could, stretch over to the side.
Okay.
I think about that. I think about if they're
heavier and
heavy,
they hang lower.
And they hang low. I think about that. I think about if you in a certain position.
Right.
And you cuff from up under the bottom.
Right.
And you cuff them in your hand.
How they like a chandelier?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm like a breast connoisseur.
Okay. So here we go with the I got a buddy that recently came home from the department sit your ass down, you doing too much.
Okay.
And one of the things he said was he liked to slick lay when he look at a woman's cleavage. You know what slick lay means, right?
No.
He want to go between her breasts with his tool.
Okay.
Slick laying.
Okay,
He
that's
wanted to hold
new
her-
terminology for me.
Yeah, but he been away and sitting down for, ooh, my goodness, since the scene was on. So he be, and I didn't know. I was talking one day, and he was like, "You need to stop that." I said, "What am I doing?" "Man, you my girl, but I slick lay them." And I, so yeah, he was talking about yeah.
I don't get nothing from that.
Well, listen, everybody gets
It's
something
different.
different from.
Correct. I just don't.
Okay.
I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah, okay. Listen, y'all. We need y'all to like this, share it, and like it some more, and all of that. And to all the folks that been listening, so we listen. We really, really need y'all support. Let me say that we need y'all support because we trying to do some things.
We trying to do some big things.
We trying to do some baller things. And if you have a business and you would like to sponsor one of the shows, I'm only here for 6 weeks. Y'all like, so I'm here for 6 more weeks, and then we'll do another 6 weeks. But if you like to be a guest and you got something major going on, not you make the best sweet potato pie. No tea to the sweet potato pie makers. I don't want nobody to feel nothing. But if you really got something going on, you doing something in the community, something to move the needle, you got a hell of a story that you want to share, you got some stuff going on that's really, really going to impact where you from. And you know what I'm saying? If you from Detroit, if you from Cali, wherever you from, reach out to Lavish T. Williams, and we gonna put it together and see what we could come up with. You know, people used to say, I'm gonna throw it against the wall and see what stick. We gonna see what we could come up with. I do appreciate, and I have to say this, I do appreciate Lavish asking me to be a part of what he is doing. Did radio and all that stuff for 900 years, and it's a certain amount of freedom that you do have being able to be a part of something. So I ain't gonna get all emotional, but I want to thank you for having me. And he told me I could get up to 20 toes a year.
I ain't say nothing like that. Anybody that know Lavish.
He said I could get 20 free toes a year, so I could get my auntie them car toed and Sugar Babe and Mook Mook them car toed and all of that. No, but listen, for real. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you're doing. I respect what you're doing to the utmost and all of that thing. And keep doing your thing, y'all. Listen, next week we're going to have a belly dancer on here, that a male belly dancer.
No, we gotta have a woman belly dance.
Why you say it like that?
Woman belly dance.
What? Ooh.
I can't do that, Coco. You getting a little too. You calm down a little bit.
I ain't did nothing.
Calm down a little bit. Now I got some moves, Coco.
I heard. Well, you know what? I gotta say this. Oh my goodness! Listen, y'all. Real quick. Mr. Henry, that used to own Henry's Palace. You know he passed, right?
I tried to get a job there.
He was, and let me tell y'all something. And this is some history for the people in the Detroit metropolitan area and all over the country. Mr. Henry, first of all, was 101 years old. I think it was 101. He had a entertainment mecca on the west side of Detroit. And when I tell you, James Brown has performed there, the Temptations have performed there, Anita Baker, Chapter 8, Phyllis Hyman, Angela Bofield, the Dramatics, ZZ Hill, Millie Jackson. Mr. Henry over at Henry's Palace on the west side of Detroit had an entertainment mecca that my mother and my friend's mother used to go to, and you would see everybody. Johnny Taylor, move it in, move it out, shove it in, round up. You see how I'm hunching? Disco lady. But everybody. So rest in peace to Mr. Henry and to his family. And then later on, it became an adult entertainment venue when Discount Paul and Welfare and Chocolate and Precious and Ebony Thunder. Ding, 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 ding. Remember that?
I don't know any of those people, but I'm listening. Coco,
Lavish
you're much
T.
older than me.
Lavish T. Lavish T. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend only, the tow truck driver. Give
Come
it up
up out
for
of
Lavish
these
T.
clothes. Come up out of it. I'm ready.
He come up with the zipper with the thing on it. And this your song. Ding, 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 ding. And then you come out. I used to host some of the events over at Henry's Palace. But rest in peace to Mr. Henry for generating a lot of revenue in the city of Detroit and having a great entertainment space for a lot of entertainers. And God allowed this man to live to be 100 and some years old.
No, so that's a blessing.
That is a blessing.
Yeah, he'd have been around the moon.
So yeah. So listen, we hanging out.
Yeah, we hanging out.
Where we going?
Man, we going wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go, Coco. We about to catch a flight.
Okay, where we going now?
We catching a flight somewhere where it's warm.
I don't like to really fly in the middle of the day. I like to fly early in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, I like to be at the airport when they sweeping up like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good time to be there before the business working class get there.
Yeah. I like to be there early.
No, that's cool, man. We got some people that chimed in. They were commenting. I can't read all the comments because they just came in at various different points. But we got Tanya Dykes, we got D'Amica, we got Scott, we got Hot Rod, we got Rob. 200 Henderson, we got Alvin Grail, we got Felly, he over there on Livernois.
Felly, you know what? We need to go do a show after gallery.
Yeah, we definitely could do that. What you think of that, Felly?
Felly, tap in to Lavish, and we need to come to the gallery and do a show because you got an amazing story to tell. People, listen, Felly, famous, world-renowned artist, airbrush artist. I think I would be challenged to anybody that got a bike. Felly has touched it and done some paint.
He did the airbrushing on my bike.
Really?
He did a portrait of me and my grandmother.
Wow.
And he blended it into the paint where the color of my bike was blue and the painting was blue with a black outline.
Wow.
And he did it and it looked just like the picture. Somebody else tried to do it.
And they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. It kind of... because it was my grandmother.
Right.
It pushed the button when it wasn't right.
Oh, of course it did.
and he did it. And I'm not going to say it's the cheapest, but you get what you pay for.
But he is one of the best. And it's funny you say that because people are like, well, is he cheap? No, but he's the best.
Yeah, and I said, you get what you pay for. You're not going to get that type of quality work for less than, what it's worth. So we got Soul Bro, Eric Perry, Tommy Morrow, Christina Brown,
Tommy
Jabina
Morrow, that's my cousin
Sturdy.
from Cali. What up, cuz?
Yeah, we got Kamari Matthews. That's one of my biker guys. We got Wild Child from Memphis in here.
Hey, Wild Child from Memphis. Look, tap into Lavish Torn, and we could come to Memphis and do a show if you make the price right.
That's right. We got Otis in here. We got Rodney Day, DJ Rodney Day. What's going on?
He owe me some money.
Pay up, Rodney. We got Star Travis chimed in. Tanya Dismukes. I hope I said your name right.
That's the name.
All right. We got Nicole Morris, Black Barbie, Juicy Hobson, Fatima Dobbins.
They sound like them. Those names sound like those women ride and can ride for real.
They probably can.
You gotta have a name when you're a woman, you're a female biker. You gotta have a name that fit. Like, what is this sister's name? And I know you know her. She got a cocaine white bike, and it is gorgeous.
I'll be lying to you because there's so many different. For me being in that world, I see so many.
She a beautiful brown sister, kind of thick. I saw her riding down grass shit one day and pulled up next to her and she waved and all, whatever. And listen, I like to see women ride their bikes. It's just a sense of independence for me.
Yeah.
Like, yep, y'all did that. So listen, like we said, like us, share us, tap in if you got a business, wherever you are, whatever, we can make it happen. And listen, we gonna get you on here. And my man Felly is one of the best. Reality show, painter, airbrush artist, and all of those wonderful things. And recently engaged, finna get married and all that. And I love that for you. Felly, I love that for you. So
Miss Goldwing.
Okay.
Nicole Morris, what's up, man? Listen, everybody, make sure you go on my Instagram, you go on my YouTube. All of my social media links is Lavish T Williams. Me and Coco.
What does the T mean today?
Terrific. Tremendous. Yeah, make sure y'all follow, like, and subscribe. Why I got Coco being my guest host. We got some big stuff that we're going to be working on. We're going to be bringing y'all some great content. We want to get y'all feedback. We want y'all to watch. We want you guys to tell others to watch. Check our show out. I mean, what we doing, we putting it out there for you guys. We want to entertain y'all. We want to get y'all engaged. We want to get y'all involved. So please follow and keep up with the content that we get.
Excuse me, I want to get engaged for real though, in real life.
I know you do.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Me and Guy had a conversation, and it's gonna happen. Yeah, you have to don't dumb yourself down. Don't put cause women be like, guys be like, you too much. No, I'm too much for you.
Tab, what's happening? Fouché, what's going on? Yeah. They chiming in, Coco.
Well, that's good. Listen, yes, that's very good. We know y'all love us.
Yeah.
And we want y'all to be a part of what's going on. I know y'all love Lavish. I know y'all love me. I know y'all love us. We got some stuff going on. We really, really do. And we want to get some amazing folks on the show. Cause Lavish got me on. I'm on a probationary period. You know when you join the motorcycle club, the bike club, you a probie.
Yeah.
I'm a probie, and I got to get all these signatures on this white T-shirt before I'm off probation. Y'all know about being a probie.
You know it.
So I'm a probie. So prayerfully in 6 weeks I'll be an official member. It's up to y'all. Detroit.
We want to hear
Atlanta, Chicago, New Zealand, Australia, Waukegan, wherever you at. It's up to y'all, right?
It's right. And I thought it was great. And the reason I picked and chose and went after Coco is because she does have that experience. She does have that knowledge, not only to be on my show, to podcast and talk to you guys, but at the same time, she can help make me a better podcaster so that I can deliver dope content. Wait.
Listen. I'm sucking all the air out the room.
Yeah. So that's that. And then growing up, as I got older, hearing Coco on the radio, I wouldn't think. Fast forward the time, the same young lady that I used to listen to, having her old morning show with her partner every morning on my way to school at the time, listening like, wow. Only to fast forward the time, and that same lady is right here on my show. Man, that's tremendous. That feels good. That's a wonderful feeling. It's just elevation and growth. It's just elevation and growth. I'm glad you guys love the show. We're going to end this. We're going to see y'all next week, Tuesday, 12 noon. 12 noon.
Tell a family member, tell a friend, and listen, when we do the promos, share the promo, like the promo, whatever, because we don't have to go and no, nothing against nobody, but we have all the resources here and wherever we are. When your gift is really in you, you could take your gift anywhere because God has blessed you to be your own comfort zone. So even to my cousin that's from LA by way of Alabama that's listening, I love you, cuz I know I've been coming. I'm going to get on the train and come out there. But when I come, I'm going to stay for about 90 days and all that stuff. My cousin keeps saying, come out here. I'm going to come. But I'm going to tell you right now, oh, yeah, but you got amazing. Y'all cook. I forgot. We'll talk about that later on. Love you, cuz. Love you.
Hold on, man. My guy Fouché said Coco did a story on me many years ago, and she clowned me at Soul Food.
What?
What was Soul Food?
Who is that?
That's my guy Fouché.
What? I clowned you about what? What? You got to put it in print. What I clowned you about? What did you do?
You wasn't heckling nobody, were you?
Were you at Steve's Soul Food? No, what did you do? Because I don't see y'all gonna stop vilifying me like I just clown people. Now listen, if you show up and you got a wig on and a red nose and some big floppy red shoes, you show up as a clown. I don't just randomly pick people to pick on. So Fouché, go in my I'm Ginger Hudson on Facebook. Go into Ginger Hudson on Facebook. I'm Coco the Comic on Instagram, Coco the Comic on Twitter, and tell me what happened, and maybe we can make good on that, because I don't think I clowned you. I think you showed up with a temperament of arrogance and you were confrontational, and I matched your energy, and as a woman you had a problem with that. But thank you for listening.
Did you just almost indirectly chin check something?
Never.
Okay, just make a show.
Now he finna go in my inbox and send me along. Listen, sister, this is what happened. Listen, and if I did offend you in any way, I so apologize, because that's not my intention to offend. My intentions are to love, educate, and persuade.
All right. Well, I guess we can close out on that one right there. You said it. All right, we out of here, man. We'll check y'all out next Tuesday at noon. Thank everybody for watching the show. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1, and we up out of here.